I'm a ginger. I just used the Colors app by L'Oreal to remove some permanent black hair dye from my hair. But if you want to see just how it all happened, how I did it, the end results, all that, I have them in my last video. I'm going to dye it. So first I need to bleach it to get it lighter and also get like the roots and stuff. So when you're gonna bleach, you need to have dry hair. And it's impossible to do any hair coloring bleaching without making a mess. So cover the surfaces of your bathroom with newspaper, towels, whatever. Definitely wear gloves if you're doing Colors app, bleach, dye, it doesn't matter, because it does stain your hands, it does dry out your hands, it does bleach your skin. This is the L'Oreal Blue Bleaching Powder, Quick Blue Bleaching Powder. I have a little bowl and a brush. What you need is a little scoop that comes with the bleaching powder if you buy it in the bucket. I usually just use one scoop at a time, and then basically add equal parts powder and developer. So this is a 30 volume developer for sensitive scalp. If you have really dark hair, you might want to go for 40. Bleaching is different for everybody depending on their hair color, their hair type, etc. And that also goes for how long you leave the bleach in your hair. Depends how light you want to go, depends what color your hair is naturally. But when it's in your hair, you really need to keep an eye on it because it can lighten really fast. So it's kind of pasty and goopy right now, but I want it to be a bit slightly more liquidy. So just put a little bit of developer in at a time and mix it around. So this is the consistency I like because it's fairly thick, but it's not too like goopy, and it's also not too runny. If it's too runny, it's not really gonna work too well, and it will like fall out of your hair, it'll get everywhere. So if it's like that, it's like a nice paste, and it'll be kind of bluish. It smells fairly strong. I'm used to it though. And your scalp may tingle. They say not to get it on your scalp, but it's completely impossible, especially if you're doing the roots. And it's not the end of the world, but I would suggest trying either a little patch of hair first or putting some on your forearm for a few hours before doing it for the first time, because some people do have an allergic reaction. But it will tingle and it will sting, but you just don't want it to be unbearable or getting like blisters or redness, you know. Some of my roots are really blonde, so I won't need to do those. It's just kind of the ends that are still really dark, they're really red, the sides here, and I think I have some in the back. So definitely please wear gloves. And definitely if you're going to remove permanent hair dye first before re-dyeing it something else, definitely use something like Colors app. Don't bleach the dye out. If you bleach the dye out, especially with a dark dye, you can really fry your hair, and some people will even lose their hair, so please don't do that. Bleaching your hair, it's going to damage your hair. Is what dye and bleach does. So if you really want like silky, soft, luscious hair, it may not happen with bleach. It'll be like this, which is fine for me, but it definitely depends on your hair type and how long you bleach it. Some people prefer using a brush over their hands or vice versa, but I just use both. Don't worry about looking pretty throughout this process because it ain't gonna happen. You obviously don't have to bleach your hair yourself. You can get a friend to do it, which is what I did the first time, because, and that is nice because you get to see how they do it. And you can obviously get it done at a salon or whatever, but it is cheaper getting a friend to do it or doing it yourself. It starts working very fast, like even as you're applying it, you'll notice it starts to get blonde, and already it's way more blonde. Like it's been, what, minutes since I stopped putting it in there, and it's already way blonder. There's a holy light situation going on. So it's getting really blonde, so I'm probably gonna wash it out real soon. It's a bit hard to see how light you've bleached your hair until after you've washed it out. You're supposed to wash it out with lukewarm to cold water, so I'm not looking forward to this. So it's the way I usually do it. It's bleach the way I usually have it when I'm about to dye something. It's still red on the tips, but it's enough for dyeing. I didn't want to leave it in there too much longer because it will just totally destroy my hair. It takes a while to get out, just really massage it, and the next step is dyeing, so I'm gonna put another video up about that and you can see what color I'm doing. Stay tuned.